and art joint production. And art real production. And art joint production.
Yo, check out the message, my expression is perfected. Yo, check out the message, my expression is perfected.
Yo, welcome to Perfected Expression, where we express ourselves with perfection. It's your boy Aljo Pugatti, episode 3. We're gonna go and kick it off, man. Introduce ourselves. I got the guys with me, man. Go and introduce yourself, man. Tell them what you got going on, man.
Teddy Reality, aka New. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Other than that, man, we out here.
Boom. You heard it, man. Follow me.
Z8 Swag, yeah, we in here. And you can follow me on nothing. Catch me behind 10. Love the production.
Let's get it, man. We're gonna be talking about financial freedom, financial gain, generational wealth, and you know what it means to us individually and what it means to the, you know, the community, the black community. Let's get into it, man. You know, so we break it down with financial freedom. We watched the video earlier, so we can get some insights on that. Just about where it come from, just who controls money, just, you know, the whole thing with that, the origins of just the Federal Reserve and everything like that, how they control money and just how it fluctuates, man, and all that. So, what's your take on it, man? How you feel about financial freedom? And
how do I feel about financial freedom? I mean, I don't really believe there's such a thing as financial freedom as we would put it anymore. We stuck on money, man. Money drives everything. And we ain't making money, then we're not doing nothing.
So you don't think we'll ever get to no place, or you don't think it's possible to achieve a place where you don't have to work for your money per se?
No, when you stop working for money, it stops coming. You gotta work for your money.
Yeah, that's the thing with me, man. I think it's all about like how you money as far as like how you manage your money. First off, money management. So when you go into money management, I think me personally, it's possible to reach a point to where you can make your money work for you instead of you working for your money. You know, and we don't get taught that in the black community as much, man. And I think it's unfortunate, but I think that's definitely a possibility and the main objective that you should want. You know what I mean? You know, to have financial freedom. You know.
I think we all want to be free financially, have them freedoms, but at what cost? You got to work first.
Yeah, I mean, that go without saying, man. You know, you got to work, but what you do with the money that you work for. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of times the value of money for us is different than the value of, let's say, you know, the upper class. You know what I mean? So speaking from, you know, the lower class, middle class. You know, I don't want to speak for all of us, but I'm assuming none of us got to the point of this upper class, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
We don't see that world because we in the world that we in, and a lot of times we blinded on the possibilities and what money really is out there and what it can do out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we so limited. How do you feel about it as far as like financial freedom and what it means to you, and do you think it's obtainable, or do you think it's a myth, or, you know, how do you feel about it?
Man, that's a good question, fam, because, I mean, like how we had that conversation earlier in the car, like how people, you know, they don't really value their money, you know what I'm saying? Instead of them taking their bread, I'm like, let me go ahead and invest.
Yeah, make an account.
Yeah, make an account, do all this and that. They go do the other aspect.
Do you think a lot of that is like because we ain't really taught that in our community? You know what I mean? Because like you think about like we'll get into just, you know, generational wealth and all that more, you know, here for the podcast, but like say for instance, you know what I mean, the white families with the silver spoons and all that. How they come up and they kind of groom for this. They groom for money management. They groom for.
Yeah, you say, do I see that? We're taught that, but we don't see it. We're taught how to be, what we want to be, but most times our lessons come from what we see. So you can tell me all day about financial freedom as a youngin', but a mom, dad, a teacher, if you're not financially free, what can you teach me?
Yeah, that's my point. Because you said it's taught, but my thing is it's not really taught because you can't teach what you don't know, and it's like you just said. So, like I said, you know, you got these families, they grooming their kids and they grooming they peers with this knowledge or whatever. And we see this knowledge and we may see it, but it don't translate.
Yeah.
Because it ain't coming from somewhere that we feel like is obtainable. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Because I feel like what we shown is money, clothes, hoes,
I was just gonna say
you know, Biggie said it best. You know what I'm saying? You slanging crack rock, you got a wicked jump shot and all that. I mean, the type of shit, that's our philosophy and what we go by, what we feel like is obtainable. And I feel like sometimes we don't realize that the stigma that comes from that and the blinders they put over certain shit that's obtainable and I think that limits us to what we feel like is obtainable in our community for us. We sit here talking and both of y'all highlighted that y'all feel like it's, you know, it's a myth. And that's because we don't see it.
Yeah.
I say it's a myth based on the definition of what we put it on financial freedom. We say financial freedom means you got the money to do what you want, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. That's how we look at it.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, financial freedom, if you're free from having financial stress, it's when you discover financial freedom. We're not taught that. We're taught, hey, go work, go get a job, make sure you pay your bills.
Dead end. We talk, the limitations are put on us like that, like you said, you know, so it's kind of almost like unconsciously, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like we don't even realize that we're being limited because we put in these ghettos, we put in these societies, and they take all of these resources from us that we feel like, you know, like, damn, they out of our reach. We don't see them, so we feel like, shit, naturally, if you don't see something, you don't believe it's there. It's like the whole, if the tree fell in the forest and you know you ain't here, did it really fall in the forest? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real though.
And it get deep like that, you know what I mean?
For real.
Yeah.
Where you head.
So it's like, you know, we ain't really seeing this and the message ain't really preparing us and it ain't really set as being obtainable in our community, then shit, we don't really know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody got their perception of what they feel like it is, you know, coming from this community, but I feel like that we need to be taught this shit more, you know what I mean? And actually, like, the people, the big black business owners,
Yeah.
you know, these are the ones we should be putting this pressure on. The ones with the platforms, you know what I mean, to be able to do this and, you know.
Restaurants.
We're talking financial freedom, but at the end of the day, as youngins, the big hoorah was moving from the projects to Section 8 housing. You see, they told us, hey, look, we did, but you gotta show me through the hard way. The way you gonna want me to do it, the way you gotta show me to do it. You taking the easy way. If I take the easy way, like you take the easy way, then I won't be able to show nobody the hard way like you just show me the hard way.
And speaking of that, like I'm gonna say Good Time for instance. They was in the ghetto, you know, but they wasn't poor, but they were poor, but they were making it.
Yeah, like middle class.
Yeah. They, you know,
give or take, you know.
Yeah. They made it. So it was like, I see where I say, I want to go back, where I was like, I don't believe in the financial freedom. Shit, they have financial freedom. They stressed a little bit, but shit.
If you stress, are you free?
Yeah, that's
what you free from? What's the definition of free? What are you free from?
There you go. You know, what do you call free? Yeah.
What are you free from?
What do you call free? Because if you're stressing, I don't believe that's free. I believe that those are chains.
Yeah.
Stress are chains on your brain, on your, you know, that overwhelm you. That you know what I mean? So that's not freedom. You know, I mean, we get comfortable in it to where we we adapt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
where we feel like, okay, shit, we gonna make the best out of this shit. You know what I mean? But I don't think that necessarily is freedom. You know what I mean? I mean, you can look at it and say like, all right, is freedom happiness? How do you equate the two?
Yeah, I need to do
For me, freedom is like a comparison. To be free financially means that someone else has to be oppressed financially. But freedom isn't personal at the same time. If I'm free, someone else has to be free too. Or am I free or am I just different? It's a class of people. It's not just our community. Even in your community, you got someone freer than others.
Yeah.
If you have to pay car insurance, health insurance, any kind of insurance at all, guess what? You're not experiencing financial freedom.
Exactly. Like anytime you experience limitations, to me, I think that's the key word is limitations. Like if you find yourself limited, you got bars. You know what I mean? Like you're suppressed. You know, you have a certain point, an access point, and and I just feel like that's financial slavery. You know? Yeah, man. Like I was saying, like the idea that we supposed to just work until we die, that's financial slavery, man. So, and I think that's what we taught for the most part, that we just supposed to work till our back give out, get social security checks, be able to live on a fixed income.
Yeah.
And
that's some bullshit, if you ask me. So
totally. I mean, how I see it is that's what it's going to become if we continue with the status quo. You know, everybody work check. No time for saving. So there's no generational wealth.
exactly, because like you said, the saving is out the window because we, you know what I mean? I don't want to keep saying we ain't taught, but that's the reality of it, really, man. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like these opportunities to learn these things, man, are just not there for us, man. You know what I mean? Like they supposed to be. And it's set up like that in design. And I mean, it's unfortunate. There's no chain that can't be broken, of course. You know what I mean? With the right awareness and the right people that have the platforms, black business owners, to actually, teach how to fish instead of, trying to provide the fish. You know what I mean? Or teaching people to put their hand out for the fish. You give them an opportunity to catch their own fish. You know what I mean? So how you feel about this as far as this, your personal, perspective? How you feel about, where you going with your finances and, the idea of where you plan to be, 10 years from now or whatever financially?
Own business.
That's the ideal. We all want to be business owners. But
what does it entail? Because I own a business now and, boy.
Yeah.
And you couldn't tell. You just had a job.
Yeah.
So what does owning the business entail? What do you mean by owning the business? That's a goal. What
like I say, like
want to do? How much money you want to bring into the business?
People want to do like a barber shop, nail shop all in one.
Would you cut hair? Do you want to like provide opportunities?
Yeah. Opportunity like guys like they don't get to show their skills.
I can understand that, just investing and being, just putting your money back into the youth as far as like teaching kids to, hey man, go get your barber's license. I can get this shop, you can put, because everybody can't be a business owner at the end of the day. Or a successful business owner, I would say. Like that's a field that takes and requires discipline that a lot of people don't have. Black, white, Indian, whatever color you is, it don't got nothing to do with it. But most people, I don't feel like have the attributes, the natural attributes, and natural discipline. You know what I mean? Which is one of the main attributes to own a business and grow it and become a successful business owner.
Okay.
Without you just investing your money into something that's gonna crumble. You know what I mean? With the lack of, care and, all the shit that it takes to, keep a business going,
Right. everybody got a role in society. So they say.
Yeah, that's what the community is about. Everybody plays their part in the community to build the community. So you're gonna have to have customers, and you're gonna have to have sellers, business. You know, I think you have to know the area that you're going into. You know what I mean? And to invest your money into. Like, if you're investing your money into the wrong things, that's ultimately money wasted. So I think, you know, you gotta have knowledge of the industry you're going into for one, you know, and to be able to really truly prosper in the business, it gotta be something that you know and that you love to do, you know, and you know, that's the only way to make your money count, you know. You're gonna be able to maintain the growth and monetize it based on something that you're knowledgeable about, you know.
And of course, you gotta ask yourself this, do I need a business or do I need to go to work?
It depends on you. Like what type of person you are, or, you know, the resources you got, or, you know, where you at in that.
Me needing a business simply depends on you having a need for me. If you have no need for me, there's no point in me having a business. I need to go to work. That is my business decision. That's the smart one too. I saw a company that none of us need. And then what happens? I'm putting money into something, like a broken car.
Yeah.
It ain't running.
Yeah.
Get rid of it,
And that's why it go back to everybody ain't equipped, you know, to be a business owner. You know what I mean? Like, because if everybody was a business owner, who's gonna be the customer? You know, who's gonna be the consumer?
Yeah. Am I consuming what you got? Your business. I don't care what it is. Like, I call myself a painter. If I sold a painting, I finally sold one. I felt amazing. But I got like 20, 30. And I was doing it before I finally sold one. You catch me, I got paint on my hand. Paint on my elbow. Paint somewhere. I'm tripping. But who needs it? Or who even wants it?
Yeah, it's all about having a product, because that's all a business is anyway, is just having a product that a consumer wants.
Right.
So it's like you gotta, you know, when you start in a business, you gotta, like you said, you gotta ask yourself, what do I have to offer? What's my product? And who is my target? Who's my target audience? And who I'm trying to get this product to? And from there, it takes intangibles that a lot of people not willing to go through. You're gonna have the hardships. It's like a roller coaster ride. You're gonna have a year where it's booming, and you think, oh shit, nigga, this being a business owner is shit. I'm gonna quit my job. Everything's gonna be good from this point on. We off to the moon. And then next year come and it's
shit the same.
You know, shit get crazy. You know what I mean? It could be like you in the lawn business and summertime was booming, and now it's wintertime. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't booming as much. A lot of people will fall and they'll crumble and they'll just give up and just say fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is too hard. Like, you know, I'm putting more money into this than I'm getting back. And you got to be able to fight through that storm that a lot of people are not willing to, or you know, don't have the discipline and that heart, you know what I mean, to go out there, that drive, you know what I mean?
If the IRS called it a hobby, you need to let it go.
There you go, like that's it right there.
I like that.
A lot of people don't know the difference between hobbies and, you know, it's like the shit with this music. You know, we've been doing this music shit. Me personally, speaking for myself, I've been doing this shit since I was a kid, you know what I mean? Since middle school. And it's like you put all your eggs in a basket thinking, man, I'm gonna be a rapper, I'm gonna be selling out goddamn stadiums, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be going platinum, finna buy granny a house, buy mama a house, you know what I'm saying? Kids gonna be good.
The fact that we sitting right here right now means you went back in that basket, got some eggs back out of it, now we're doing something different.
Yeah, there you go though. And that's the point I'm trying to make. You gotta have options. It's just like being an entrepreneur. You know, and you gotta be able to, you know, have a backup plan for shit, man. Cause like you say, you put all your eggs into this rap like I did for a lot of years, to where it's like, boom, now you in your 30s. You know, shit ain't panning out, you know, for the lack of either effort or opportunity missed, or you know, my style of music ain't in no more. I lost it. Whatever it is, that's time I didn't put into all this, and it ultimately didn't go nowhere. You know, it ain't show no growth. So it put me in a position now to where like, all right, what are my other skills? You know what I mean?
What all did I put in this basket?
You feel me? Cause like at the end of the day, man, for me, man, I got a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? I go to work and do my thing, take care of my family. You know, I got a trade, so it ain't really dead end. You know what I mean? You know, put myself in a good position to take care of the fam, stability, but beyond stability. You know what I mean? Like everybody wants to just be able to have financial freedom and to be able to do what they want to do, take them limits away from themselves. That's all it is, right? Limitless, a limitless world. You know, just like the movie that had the pill to take use all the parts of your brain to take it to where you don't have no limits in your thinking. It's the same way with this financial world. And it's like, man, you really got to have a true understanding of what financial freedom is, man, because it gets deeper than that. It gets deeper than just the money. It's actual taking that limits away from yourself and that the opportunity you have to be able to do for your family and provide it so it can go from generation to generation, your grandkids, just like the Hilton family.
Yeah.
These were all names from people. Rockefeller, all these people that left, you know what I'm saying? And we go back to Kardashians and the Hiltons and we look at these people like, man, these people rich for nothing. Nah, they rich because their grandfathers handled their business, you know what I'm saying? and yeah, you know what I'm saying? So now their grandkids can just be, they can do what they want to do. You can be famous for nothing, you know what I mean? Because your name carries weight.
That's financial freedom.
That's financial freedom right there.
That's how you talking about generational wealth. What your parents did or what your grandparents did. But now the question is, what are you doing? See, once we stop working and keep depending on what our grandparents, and the money gets diluted, not diluted, but goes away. You know, it's gone. So, what do? Are we taught to invest? Okay, we might be. We'll have to work. We might be.
Yeah, I definitely can feel you on that, man. Yeah, they go hand in hand, like you said, keep the cycle going. So, you know, like I was saying, like, you know, hitting on this, you know, the social life, you know what I'm saying? You know, the millennials or whatever that, you know, that
our kids.
The benefits of the hard work. Yeah.
Our kids.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, but ideally, them old niggas probably, you know, if they could look down on it or whatever, they could see the results of where their money is going from this point and what they grandkids did. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't, you know, be pleased, you know, about that. So, like you said, you know, it's important to not to instill that, you know, too, because like a lot of times like the Hiltons or whatever the fuck I named, they didn't necessarily instill the importance of the money. You know, it's just like, I'm gonna make it for them, But like you gotta teach them the value of this. Like, you know, I'm leaving you something behind for you to
build on.
Yeah, man. So it's
stepping stone.
Yeah, man.
Starting on tier 10, what you doing on tier 1.
Exactly, man. So, but you know, like you said, everybody ain't gonna be able to be these, you know, great pillars of the community and business owners, and you know, some people are gonna have to work hard and, you know, play the cards that they was dealt. So ultimately, you know, it's about playing them cards that you was dealt, and what you know, what do you want out of this, or whatever you're doing, you know, because like it can't be for nothing.
Right. You
can't be getting up, going to work every day. You know, because most people don't like their jobs, you know what I mean? They do them because they have to do them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like for those people, it's like, what are you doing with this money in this moment, to where that you can build on, you know? So when your back do go out, at least you got some savings, you got some investments, and yeah, man. So
fall back plan,
you know,
or have that wealth plan where your back don't go out because you can fix it.
Yeah, you know. It's all about being ahead of the game, man, because shit, at the end of the day, shit, the sky, like they say, the sky's the limit. There ain't no limit, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
is reach for the goddamn moon, man, and to do your best to try to make it count while you got it and try to make it
count.
Shit, that's my thing. Shit, try to work, you know what I'm saying, real hard for my money until my money work for me. You know what I mean? And I can pay motherfuckers to do everything that I, don't want to do. All the, you know what I mean? And kick my feet up and enjoy life and really have the limits taken away from me. That's how I would want to live, you know what I'm saying? Like a king. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I strive for, man. Like the endeavors I got going on now with, podcast, former artist, musician, engineer, show coming soon, what I'm saying, comic book, something for the kids and some, so I'm just trying to do as much as I can with that entrepreneur mentality and that mindset, like this ain't where I want to be, where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna do this and that cause you, exactly. You get what you put into this shit, you know what I mean? Whatever that is. So, yeah, man. So, just the final thoughts on all that, on how we feel about just coming up with a closure, on this topic. Put it in perspective for them, man.
Yeah, man, just
express yourself.
Stick to the plan. I mean, shit, you can always go to shit to sound quick, blink an eye. Wake up and be on your ass. You wake up tomorrow and be hungry. Make sure you got something you can fall back on.
That's what it's all about, man. Making the opportunity count what you got right now, so that you can have a better opportunity, a better future for yourself, man. Cause at the end of the day, shit, if you ain't making it count, shit, you gonna have to.
You in the way.
Yeah, you're gonna be at a standstill. Wherever you at right now is where you're gonna be at. So it's like we gotta take advantage of this time, and try to save our money and put it to the youth, invest it so it can come back.
For real.
Don't put your money in the bank if you ain't getting no interest for it. Put your money in some houses, buy some houses, get some property, rent the property.
Exactly.
Yes, don't let the money just sit there.
Exactly. So yeah, man, that's the final thought on all that, man. It's financial freedom, generational wealth, our views on it, and advice we may have gave, to somebody that can use it, and just putting it out there just as something that needs to be, in people's minds. People need to be thinking about these things, man, and just, we need to be teaching that to our kids, what financial freedom is, what generational wealth is, and just knowing that, they got opportunities that, that we didn't have. So the sacrifices that we put in, it's a cycle, you know what I mean? So we just gotta keep it moving, man, with that.
Whole circle.
But yeah, man, like I said, with all the endeavors I got going on, man, keep in tune with the podcast, Perfected Expression. It's only gonna get better and realer, you know what I mean? Check with us when we just here to express ourselves and kick how we view the world and, things around it, So
stay down.
Music, with hip hop. Sports, entertainment in general, man. We here to just cover everything on how we feel and how we view it, man.
Be fresh. Don't worry.
Welcome to PE, you know what I mean? Perfected Expressions. We gonna stay tuned, to the next episode, man. And we out.
Man, what's going on here? Tiger Woods, that's you? Hey man, it look like that nigga head sweat hot dog water. Nigga bit that nigga head like a motherfucking milk dud. Man, that nigga gnawing on that shit. Hey, I know Tyson bite ears, but this motherfucker bite motherfucking double necks. Bet you this nigga can't even feel it.
Yo, check out the message, my expression is perfected. Yo, check out the message, my expression is perfected.
An art joint production. An art production. An art joint production.